I'll tell you who was amazing on it was Nick, because he was one of the. He was so key to it because each section of it has its own unique little percussive quality. So at the beginning, it's just little grace notes on the drums, and he comes in with like this little military snare thing. But it's not playing a beat in the recognized sense of the word. It's playing to the piano. The whole thing is swinging from a piano up till about sort of 4 minutes in, and then you get "She's the greatest vessel to my man," giant, and now you're into a more conventional sort of thing with the drums there, and all the guitarists are now breathing massive sighs of relief, going, "Oh my God, thank God that's happened," and then it transitions into a whole bunch of other things. When at the end of it, almost at the end of it, I said to Nick, I said, here's a storm bit, and that in itself is in a weird timing. And he goes, "Oh, that's a really weird timing." I went, "Is it?" He went, "Yeah, it's something time." I went, "Oh, okay." But the timing's against driven by the melody, so it just happens that melody just happens to be that particular timing, but you can't really write it on a drum machine or anything else like that. And I said, at the end of it, I want this bit, Nick, where if you can imagine the airship slowly plunging bow down, and it hits the ground and very slowly starts to crumple, and the sound inside will be creaking and screeching and grinding of girders and the flames and the death of it. I said, I want something that expresses that. I'm not sure how I do that, And he goes, "Oh," he goes, "Oh, I know what you want." I said, "What's that?" He goes, "You need a bowed gong." I said, "A what?" He said, "A bowed gong." I went, I've got one, I'll show you." I went, "Oh, okay." So in the studio, we've got it's a fantastic Steinway piano. And I wrote the song. I won a piano in a raffle, an electric piano, and I wrote the whole thing, all the home bit I wrote on this. But I've got a full-on big stomach. Oh my God! It's orgasm at your fingertips. Every chord you play on it, it's just like, oh, And so I go out, and he's got this orchestral gong that he has behind his kit, violin bow, and starts scraping it against the edge. And of course it resonates, and it gives this really eerie, kind of like nails on a blackboard, but metallic. And it's just like, and I went, "That's the sound, yeah, that is that sound." And I ran back in there and went, sort of like, "You just keep playing that." I went, and then went, "Well, somehow there's a big apocalyptic bang, bang, yep, that's it, that's the end of it." Brilliant. Woo, okay, right, excellent. So we got that. Now where do we go after that, So that was the kind of the process. It was a bit Mad Professor-ish.